Hello everybody, welcome to our video, and we're very blessed and lucky to have another special guest. The first video that you saw, it was with Father Peter, and now we have another important person here.
Exaggerated.
Mr. Armando Jose.
Humble servant.
Yeah. So he is important in a way in our church in St. Jane Francis de Chantal because he is the overall coordinator of the altar server ministry, wherein Mika and Rafi is part of it. They are new to the ministry, and that's why I said, why not, interview him and get to know about the ministry more, so that others who has little kids, and not that little,
Yeah,
they
to
can.
promote our service.
Yeah, and what is it? Why is it important for us to have altar servers in the church? And what does it do? Does it help the youth in their formation, or So tell us about yourself first.
Yeah, I've been involved with the altar serving ministry when the Rogationists took over the St. Jane Francis de Chantal. I used to be a Eucharistic minister only, but when Father Rene was residence here, he asked me if I could help him to revive the altar servers ministry here at St. Jane. He will make them commit because his words were uh, the altar serving ministry is a way of forming their children. And the primary responsibility of formation of the children is the parents. We at the church, the priests and the lay ministers are only helping the parents. So they have to be committed to as much as we can commit ourselves. If they cannot commit themselves, then we're sorry. So that kind of motivated me to try it. So we tried it, and it's very enthusiastic. And also, he emphasized to the children that being an altar server is not serving the priest. You are assisting the priest. The, the, the one you are serving is God. So whatever you do during Mass, during any activity, you're serving God, and God is looking down upon you, and then it will uh, eventually give blessings to you. And 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 I saw it from a lot of kids. Some of them really committed themselves. Up to now, there's some who's been there for 5 years, and some others have been there up to their college years. So they're really committed. And I can see from these two kids that they're very enthusiastic despite they just started, Michaela and
Rafi.
Rafi, they're really enthusiastic. And also it becomes to them, I think it's really, to me too, I would feel the same. It's kind of overwhelming or scary at first or nervous at first. But once you put yourself into it, comes naturally. And that's why also the priest relies on them. Maybe they would decide later on to have the church as their vocation. It can be a lay minister, it could be priest or religious. So this is the first step, and I really encouraged it. And also, with my experience too, when you're serving, you also remember I always tell you to focus on the priest, whatever he might be asking for something. You you don't notice it, but you're focused on not on the priest also, but also on the mass itself. So now the mass becomes more meaningful to you because now you understand the first reading, the responsory sound second, and the gospel. Before, when you just go into church, your mind kind of wanders around. But when you're focused on the priest, when you're serving, you're focusing on the mass itself. And again, remember I always specify that the consecration is the most solemn part of the mass when you do the bell ringing, the kneeling down, because that's the uh, Jesus is being present again with us through the bread and wine.
Um, right now, nowadays, we have a lot of devices for young
Yeah,
children,
distraction.
and yeah, a lot of distractions. So it is nice to see young children, including my children, to be able to be focused and be excited when it comes to serving at the church. So, and it's not just going to the church and serve, they prepare themselves spiritually. They have
Yeah.
that prayer
Yeah.
before they get out of the how do you call that one at the back,
Sacristy.
sacristy.
Yeah, because the sacristy is a sacred place. Even the altar is a sacred place. That's why you are privileged to, as I read along the Mass, uh, now I realize, before I didn't know also, we are privileged to be in part of that area. Only the priest, usually before. And then you have to be really vested. That's the meaning that you have to wear your albs. Because that's a privilege to be in that sacred space. Not everybody are given the opportunity to be in that sacred place. And the way the consecration, when the bread becomes the body of Christ, that you 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 are near Christ, and you are the first one to receive the body of Christ. So those are the privileges that not ordinary kids or not ordinary persons are given. That's why from the I always emphasize it that especially during Mass, that space transforms into not an ordinary place. That's an altar, and the sacristy is a sacred place also. And everybody should respect it. And I'm glad you you are being part of it, and you're respecting it, and you are being part of the ceremony.
Yes. I think Gabriel was the one who started. Their older
Yeah,
brother started when he was in middle school,
Yeah.
and then
He's here for a while too.
he was there, and because of that, they were encouraged to join, and they were looking forward when would be the my time. The two of them were asking when would be our time, because not only in the altar serving, they also have community service
Right.
that the children got involved, the whole family got
Yeah,
involved.
that's good.
So that's why when we went out for like an outing for the caroling and everything, it was more also like a bonding for the family members and the whole ministry
Yes, yes.
as one, and being able to see that serving God starts from within ourselves, within our family, the church, and then it goes out to the community. As I said, I'm humbled because now it's the children who is looking forward to going to mass whenever
Yeah.
I forget, and then we would have planned something, some activities outside, and they would be reminding me and tatay that, Nanay, we have to serve. Our schedule is at 5 o'clock. Nanay, we have to
Yeah.
do this and all that. And I said, okay, okay.
Yeah, I admire.
we
You
okay.
know,
We have to be
I
back.
admire you because I wish when I was growing up like you, I wish I had that opportunity too. Because now I can see the effect it will do in your future, especially when you go to high school, college, it will make make a difference on you.
And it opens up their curiosity
Yeah.
with when it comes to their faith.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of questions regarding faith and about Jesus, about God, about Mary, and why do we have to go to church and all those things. Um, as a parent, also we get to appreciate more of the church itself, the different signs and symbols that goes within the church, and we get to appreciate the different parts of the mass. And thanks be to God for Tito Armando, because he's very perseverant. Because we stopped for a while after Gabriel. I gave birth and I had to stop also from the ministry. And he's very perseverant. Whenever he sees our family, he would be asking the children, when are you going to go serve? When are you going to start serving? And all those things. And, and it gave way to the children. Okay, Nanay, I think we're ready, because they finished their first communion as well at that time.
Thank God.
And it was the baptism of Mariela. That was their first time to serve together
Yeah.
with Gabriel. So I think they had a taste of serving, and I think that they liked it. They were comfortable because they saw their Kuya Gabriel serving. So thanks be to God with Tito Armando, for God giving him the grace, because he has been through a lot.
Yeah.
He has gone to a lot of phases, especially with his health. He's a cancer survivor, but he never stopped. He never stopped, and he would be here the whole Sunday masses, all the schedules from the beginning up to the end, from morning up to evening,
Just to supervise.
just to supervise, just to make sure that somebody is serving. That's how committed he is. His passion is there because it comes from the heart. So it comes from experience, and that's what encourages us parents, lay people,
Yeah, and
simple people like
you know,
if
to me, I considered it as God's opportunity for us.
yes.
So we should take advantage of it while we can, and thank God for that opportunity.
Yes, yes. So it's always nice to have somebody in the church as an inspiration that would perk up somebody's spirit. So that's something that we appreciate with Tito Armando, with our church, with the
With all the
ministry,
priests, yeah.
with all the
Support
priests,
of the priests.
the support of the priests. They're very
Patient.
very supportive, very patient, especially for newcomers like them. Of
Yeah.
course, they would make mistakes
Yeah.
during the mass, but then again, they're very very patient with them. So that helps them a lot, because they look forward to it. Nanay, I don't have shoes. Let's go buy shoes for my serving. That kind of passion they already
Yeah.
have.
To me, I'm also glad. Glad that they're not only growing physically, but they're also growing spiritually.
Yes.
That's the most important thing.
I did have a friend that did not have proper support from the family, and every time she looks at the past, she said, if only,
Yes.
if only my parents were more stricter to me when I was growing up, I would not have ended, because that person went into a lot of habits in the younger years of the person's life. And that's what she said. And sometimes it's hard for me as a parent to become like the bad person for the children, because of course they want to do their own thing, and I have to be the strict one. I have to be firm. But then again, I just look up, yeah, only for God, for the love of
Yes,
God.
yes.
I am the guardian of the children, your children, God. This is
Yes.
your children. And
We're
help
just,
me, guide me.
entrusted.
Yes.
God entrusted them to us.
Yes, yes. So that's the prayer of me and Tatay, to be the guardians that He wants us to be for the children that He has given unto us. So thank you, Tito Armando, for this
I'm
moment.
just giving back for all the blessings that I've been getting. I have 3 wonderful kids. Now, the one just got accepted as assistant dean
Wow.
at UCLA. She has her doctorate at USC. So she's assistant dean of School of Public Health at UCLA. And another one's with social worker at Veterans Hospital, and the other one is a registered nurse.
Wow.
So, I'm really thankful for everything. I'm still here and Second Life.
Yes.
So I have so many things to thankful for.
Yes. And his wife is also active in church.
Yeah.
Tita Sen is
Yeah.
also active in church. So
As much as we can.
yes, yes. So we're very
Anything.
thankful for
And,
that.
Yeah, and also we have a small prayer group that we pray for each other, the ones that getting sick, and we have a lot of answered prayers for the successful operation, successful recovery.
So
That's why we said the more prayers, the more God will heal.
Okay, Rafi. So we're gonna be ending our video, and we would like to know, from your perspective, what did you learn, and what are you learning from serving Mass since June? So it's like almost 6 months. So
Learn to I have to pay attention more.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the Mass and the readings. Okay. And then Mika, are you liking it? Are you liking your altar server? Oh,
Good.
Okay.
That's a good sign.
Okay. How about you, Mika?
I don't know much.
Compared to before you altar serve, and to now, what is the difference that you see?
In the Mass.
I have more privileges from the church from before. Like, I'm closer to God more than before I started serving. And I don't know.
Good. That's good.
And do you like to continue altar serving? Yes? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it will guide. God will guide you.
One day at a time.
Yeah, one
That's
day
all
at a time.
I always say to
God
the
will
children.
guide.
One day at a time. You don't look at it as, oh, I have to
Yeah,
serve again
no.
next Sunday or whatever. One day at a time, God will provide. Yeah, so thank you. Thank you all for watching for this
Hopefully
mini interview.
we were able.
Yes, to enlighten you
Yeah.
through Tito Armando, enlighten you the importance of altar serving, and encourage your children to participate in
Anyway,
Mass,
in
in
any way
any
you can.
ministry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Thanks be
very
to God.
all right. Thank you all
Bye-bye.
from our family from LA.
Thank you, Rafi, for your service. Lisa,
Yeah, because in the
continue.
Philippines, it's automatic for children to be altar servers, to be sacristan, especially if they come from Catholic schools.
And in the Philippines, they don't. Some churches don't allow
Girls.
girls altar servers.
Yes, so it is kind of hard here in America to
So-
have youngsters to serve in the church.
Or
So
mostly boys.
yeah, so it's nice. It's nice to encourage to be
Yeah.
part of the church. Okay, so once again, stay safe. God bless you all.